Thank you very much. Good evening, I am Carzana. I appreciate that is quite an unusual name. An easy way to remember it is imagine a car with an L, then a space, then another car, Zana. That's how I do it. I'm in a good mood. I probably shouldn't start on a brag, but sold some wrapping paper at work, so it's been a big week. It was zebra print wrapping paper. Thought great opportunity for a bit of F&G. That's right, Max, fun and games. I told the customer, hold on, I'll just locate the barcode. So I like a laugh. Good. I work in a bookshop, as you can probably imagine, bit of a party atmosphere, a little bit crazy. Like last week, there was a book in biography, should have been in true crime. I know, I mean, you don't have to be nuts to work there, but... I did once get started on at work, but fair enough, it is a bookshop. I knew the risks going in. This customer got really angry, started throwing his change at me, which was £5 in a note, thank God. As he threw it, he went, ugh, there's more than you'll make in the next 2 hours, which did surprise me, because I wasn't expecting a tip. So. Took the money, I was like, joke's on you, my friend, that's more than I'll make in the next 3 hours. You loser. But I finally achieved adulthood, because now I own Tupperware. So. Thanks, guys. So, I went for the set of 3, because working in a bookshop, I'm doing all right. They're an amazing design as well. They fit inside each other. But only when empty, so. When I bought them, I thought they'd make food last forever. They don't, but tups be tups, am I right, George? I know a thing or two about regret. Tups be tups, that's right. It's right, we'll talk about it later. I know a thing or two about regret, like I always regret. Not using a colander. It's just I've been burnt one too many times by the wooden spoon trick. I mean, it starts off strong, tortellini in, water out. That's what it's all about. But then, I reach optimum tilt. I'm hit with a face full of surprise sting. Half my men are overboard. And yeah, I might have a nice, clean colander. But at what cost? Sorry, Max, what was that, Max? What's the best thing about sharing a flat? So it's a good question, Max, so I'll ask you not to shout out. Probably all the free cheese, isn't it? I mean, obviously, I say free. I've been stealing it with a potato peeler. Just really thin slices, undetectable. It does only work with cheese. You can't peel bread, I've learned. You will also need a flatmate that buys cheese. If yours doesn't, Max, I am sorry, but you're going to have to move. Hope that's answered your question. Big news, guys. I've got a girlfriend. Wasn't expecting to cheer quite that loud, but thanks anyway. So I do impressions for her, which she absolutely loves, but in moderation. Apparently whole shopping trips pretending to be Ian McKellen. not everybody's cup of tea. Especially as I can only say one thing as Ian. What are you looking for in here, Charles? I mean, heads up, guys, that is not the answer to everything. Fortunately, it's not the only impression. I can only say one thing in. I might throw in my favourite. Oh my God, I'm Whoopi Goldberg. I mean, if you want, give it a go, because before you know it, whole supermarket's joining in. It's not just impressions that I do for my girlfriend, I also make up little songs for her, because I really love attention. Our favourite is about an old man that buys a robot. It goes, an old man buys a robot. The robot ends up killing him. Everybody, an old man buys a robot. The robot ends up killing him. And that's just what we do to keep the flame alive. My girlfriend is from Sheffield. I really like the little differences that creates between us. Like, she calls lunch dinner, which means for our first date, I was 6 hours late. She also calls dinner tea. So there's a comedy of errors in our house. I love waking up next to my girlfriend. Like, every day is like waking up next to my best friend. Well, thank you, except my best friend stopped hanging out with me. So apparently my sleepovers are too weird. But Kieran was talking about it a little bit. I've figured out what football is. Right? Football is a disagreement about where the ball goes. Yes, indeed. See, one team thinks it goes that way. The other team, they think it's that way. The referee doesn't really care. So at the end of it, he just wants everyone to be friends. Great thing about football is, halfway through, both teams go away, they think about it, come back, change their minds. So you can go. Thank you very much. However, referee's still not that bothered, because at the end of it, everyone's going to call him a wanker. Rugby, same thing, but with pushing. I find conversations difficult. I never know when it's my turn, so I've started putting my hand up. In the traditional sense, not as in for Detroit, I love this city. It's tune, it's tune. I was talking with some friends about their love of the beer Hoegaarden. Right? Straight away, the hand's gone up. I used to work in a bar. We sold Hoegaarden. King of the conversations. It is in conversation all the little things that I find difficult. So if I'm nervous, I merge words together. So things like lovely, thank you, becomes love you. Apparently that's not an appropriate response for can I take your order, sir? The only thing worse than that is my girlfriend saying she loves me, and I reply, lovely. Thank you. I think the hardest conversations are at parties. Like, I just always think if I don't talk to anyone, I just look like I've lost my mum. I mean, obviously that is ridiculous because she'll be there at the end to pick me up. So. I have been getting better at parties though, like I've been learning the rules. So rule number 1, you don't have to take your shoes off. The rule for food, if it's in a bowl, it's communional. So. My top tip, however, is it is acceptable to bring beer to a cheese and wine party. Yes. What's not acceptable is bringing really thin slices of cheese. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for me. Thanks so much. Cheers.